Hey guys, in this video I'm going to cover some important points that came to mind in terms of getting you from point A to point B, wherever you are in your business, or if you are an independent freelancer who creates thumbnails for clients. Maybe you're not even in the space, but you're interested in it. This video, I've kind of radiated on the thoughts to give you the quickest route from point A to point B. Of course, there's a lot that goes into this, and if I was to help you get from point A to point B, it would take quite a bit of in-depth, identifying each point of action that you need to take to be able to progress in this type of journey. So here's the condensed version, and you can take it and run with it. So the number one most important area of your business is going to obviously be your client acquisition. And especially in the initial stages, the way that you gain clients is going to be associated with your understanding of what your market needs. And to understand what your market needs requires a lot of experience, a lot of, actually doing the thing and communicating with the clients, understanding the market, and, staying up to date with various trends that affect the market and all those nuances. But to keep it simple, you want to understand what the client needs, and you want to find platforms and ways to get in touch with those clients. There's Upwork, there's People Per Hour, there's ytjobs.com. There's not going to be just a cut, step-by-step way to be able to get in contact with those people. So you have to think creatively in various aspects of your business. If you want to grow this business, it requires lateral thinking, creativity, strategy, and ongoing, persistence, developing each part of what you do to basically have the most impact for, the time that you put in. So when you get in touch with a client, to even initiate that first conversation or that first point of interaction, you need to have a clear offer for the client to evaluate. And this is one area of automation that you want to progress toward. It's going to be that initial interaction where they gain interest in what you have to offer. And the way that a client gains interest in what you have to offer is understanding what they need before you even speak to them. And this comes from experience, but the way you automate the interaction to create interest is by providing a very simple and comprehensive example of what you do, how you do it. And essentially it's a funnel of them becoming aware of what you do, how well you do it, and going toward the offer that you have for that client. So in the thumbnail creation space, there are many different types of channels to work with. They have various budgets. They have, there's various, fluctuating value. If you're working with a business channel, and then you're working with a kids channel, there's going to be a lot of different value fluctuations there, where the value that you can provide for a business-oriented channel, maybe they have courses, services, products, whatever it may be. It's going to be a lot more higher than the kids channel, where maybe they have merchandise, but mainly the RPMs of a kids channel are very low. So you want to gauge those factors, and the way that you can effectively get ahead and not gauge that value equation, is to just have a very baseline price, baseline entry price to working with certain types of clients, and it will ward off low budget clients where you're focused on value, providing a degree of value, and that having a direct result in their business. You want to maximize the value so that obviously you're getting paid more and you're providing a lot more value to certain clients. So I would say baseline entry price would be probably you don't want to go lower than $50 per video. That's on the low end. And when you're really doing what you do well, you want to go to at least $100 per video to $200 per video. And these are baseline prices. This is where you want to set your entry price. And when you get at least 1 or 2 clients at these entry prices, you want to focus solely on retention, because once you have those 2 clients at your entry price, then you can focus on the retention and optimizing the relationship, and then further automating your systems and the back end of your business to accommodate more clients and even more high value clients based on that entry price. So usually if you're doing $50 per video, you want to put a cap on the revisions that you put per video, for each video. You want to structure your terms in such a way where you're not limiting the value that you provide to the client, but you're just protecting yourself to ensure that the relationship is balanced, so they're not taking advantage of you and your time and energy isn't going into extra things just to sustain a relationship. You want to make sure that when you agree on $50 per video, $100 per video, $200 per video, you want to be clear on what they get for that. So at $50 per video, I would say it would be 1 thumbnail for the video pre-upload, and then a max of 2 revisions per video. And the revisions are just in place to protect you. Usually you don't want to hinge, you don't want to get a client and say, hey, we're not doing more than 2 revisions. You want to be in a situation where you're never really going to need 2 revisions because you get it right the first time, because that's why they go to you. They go to you for the end result that you provide them, and you want to be very good at providing that end result. But these are just term related. Say at the entry price of $100 per video, this is where you could start going into it. Either be 1 thumbnail per video, depending on the channel, or it could be 1 thumbnail per video, and then post upload 1 thumbnail improvement. So based on the data post upload, is there an area that we can improve one time, not multiple times, 1 time. And at $200 per video, again, it all scales with the value that you provide for the channel. At $200 per video, you could be doing 2 variations per video pre-upload, and that would provide sufficient testing to make iterative improvements with each new video. So 2 variations per video. Or you could do 1 to 3 variations per video, where you're not always providing 2 variations, but you provide additional options where you see fit, or where your team has an idea, you know, which is at on our part, on your decision. So it's not the client requesting additional variations. We'll provide 1 to 3 variations per video where we see fit or we see an opportunity. So that's pretty baseline. And once you get this process right and you have those baseline entry prices set, this is where you can focus on service improvements. So you focus on where can you be more efficient in your service delivery, where can you improve the value of what you provide, and you get to start tackling these different nuances and optimizing them. And then throughout that process, you can look for other automations in your business to find those scaling opportunities. Because if you can win 2 clients, retain them, and basically optimize those relationships, and then set yourself up to basically just continually get leverage, then you'll be able to scale the business. And this, I wouldn't say it's hard or easy. It's depending on how you look at it and what you're trying to achieve. Because I mean, a lot of the information in this process, the knowledge that you have and how you apply it, it's not that it's hard. I think a lot of the times I would think it's hard. It's not that it's hard. It's that you want to be positioning yourself to be in a flow state. So where a lot of this process is seamless, and I think where it may be difficult for some people is there's a lot of discipline that you go through to be able to, have a very high regard for your time, and in your energy. Because, at this point in my business, I'm very adamant about where my energy and time goes, because it's about remaining balanced and moving toward the vision, not putting energy and time into things that aren't the vision. So yeah, this is, it's a little scattered, I would say, but from point A to point B, the quickest way to get from point A to point B is to just focus on the value you provide, and don't embody something that you're not. Stick with what you're good at, and then look for the warm outreach. Look for the candidates that are the client candidates that are already interested in this type of service, or are looking for the solution that you provide. And you can look for creative ways of doing this. When you're on Upwork, you don't always have to submit a proposal to the job that's posted. You could go directly to the channel owner if you have the information, and then schedule a meeting with them, or say, hey, I'm this is what I do, and here's my portfolio, here's the results we've been able to achieve. I think we're really a good fit to work together, and then schedule a call with them. It's really simple. It's just a matter of how confident are you in what you do, and how are you communicating that when you're on a call. So as long as you are just focused on that area right there, your portfolio, the results, how confident are you in being able to do what you do, which is you're going to be saving the client time. You're going to be essentially applying what and the feedback loops associated with the upload schedule of a creator, where those improvements are, regarding thumbnails, the ideation, you understand the process, and you're always looking for ways to improve it to help the creator save time and increase their views and overall just gain more value. And all the little parts in between, it's don't complicate it. Keep it very simple. Your process for delivering the thumbnails, it should be an assembly line. It's you usually want to utilize Slack, the paid version of Slack, and you want to create a private channel. And when you first and foremost, all these are relatively of equal importance, but you want to have a Stripe account, and you want to work with clients on a recurring basis, a recurring subscription model, to automate the payments, because you don't ever want to be in a position where you have to chase payments from your client, where they have this degree of power, and you have to chase the payment regarding an invoice. Sent the invoice out, you remind the client, I sent the invoice out, it's due today, please take care of it as soon as possible. And then you have that air of uncertainty, like, are they going to take care of it today? You don't want to be in that position. You want to get them to sign on to the subscription from the start, so that it renews every 30 days based on the scope that you agree on and the terms that are discussed over the call. So Stripe, you set up Stripe, and you do the subscription amounts, and you may need to change, create the subscription when you're speaking to the client based on the relationship, because it may change. Say if you're in a call and you agree to X amount of videos per month at X price, okay, give me 1 minute to confirm this. Obviously you're going to be like, okay, if they're ready to move forward, which at my point in my business, I'm not taking calls with any candidates who aren't ready to pull the trigger on something that they need. If they're aware of what they need and we can provide it, and we bring awareness to them based on that need, we tell them, and we are very transparent, we have the solution, there's no reason why they shouldn't pull the trigger. So usually if they're ready to pull the trigger, maybe in the beginning it might be a little bit tough to kind of screen those candidates or screen those clients, but as you progress, you definitely want to be in contact with buyers that are ready to commit. So if the client is saying, if the client is ready to go, and then you'd be like, okay, all right, while I have you on the call, I'm going to put together a subscription to confirm your sign up. That way, I'm going to send you the payment link so you can confirm your sign up. Give me 1 moment. And then, okay, you take a moment while on the call, you create the subscription in accordance with the deal that you have agreed upon, and then you send them the link. And you don't talk a lot here. You're just very short and simple, and it's already been confirmed, they're ready to go. So then they click the link, they subscribe to the service, and then from there, you can be clear on your onboarding process. What are the next steps? Okay, boom, 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 end the call. Let them know clearly what the next steps are, what you're going to do. You're going to send them a Slack invitation. You're going to have them join the private channel. And then if you're using Asana for project management, you're going to onboard them onto Asana, which is that system, simple assembly line. I can make a video on that in the future. But overall, it's a very simple process. It's just a matter of just being in that flow state and staying true to what you provide, and seeking those opportunities. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna be the course that I have in development right now. It's going to be a comprehensive course to cover all of these details, and the nuances to really just put you on the fastest track possible um, to, you know, getting success in this business, and, you know, essentially just getting the right experience in the shortest amount of time possible, so that you can get results sooner than later. And, you know, of course there's going to be hurdles in the business, you know, for you, but those type of hurdles that come up, they're going to be, you know, a lot of them are going to be expected, you know, with, you know, the information that I'm going to provide you, because it's part of the journey. So to be able to identify and then also encounter hurdles, because hurdles are actually pretty hurdles are good for the most part, depending on them. I mean, they're what are going to correct you on the journey. So having the right hurdles come in is definitely part of the process. And yeah, the course content, it's going to be comprehensive. I'm going to discuss each of these systems and automations that you need to get in place, and I'm especially going to focus on the client acquisition portion of the course, so that you can actually start signing those clients and start working with them, and then onto the retention of those clients, you know, the customer journey, you know, customer support, how's the communication going to look, and then from there I'm going to teach you guys on the scaling opportunities that you have once you do automate and retain a fair amount of clients, whether it's, you know, 3 to 6 clients. That's a really good baseline. That's where you can start scaling up by you know, taking action on certain points. So I'm going to cover all those nuances in the course, and I'll keep you guys updated. These types of things take time to ensure that the quality is at the highest, and, you know, it's going to provide you with, you know, every tool necessary for you to succeed. So stay patient, and you know, stay active in this process. Do what you can now, and I really do look forward to the future, guys. So yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you. And if you could, leave a like, drop a comment if you have any questions, and yeah, I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon, guys.